Hello, and welcome to COVID Stories. My name is Dawn Dudley. I'm the Senior Public Information Specialist for the Durham County Manager's Office. COVID Stories features our Durham County employees and their personal stories and professional stories related to the coronavirus pandemic. Today, we are joined by Janice Blackstone. She is a social work supervisor here at the Durham County Department of Social Services. Good morning, Janice.
Good morning, Dawn.
I'm so happy you're here today.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, we're glad to have you. Tell me a little bit about you, Janice, and your role as a social worker here with the Department of Social Services.
Currently, I'm a social work supervisor in the Child Care Subsidy Program. I currently supervise 4 social workers with 1 vacancy. I manage their work, monitor their work. I advocate for my staff. I provide resources for them and just kind of work with them.
Got it. How long have you been with the Department of Social Services?
Well, I've been with Durham County Department of Social Services for over 25 years. March made 25 years permanent.
Wow, okay. That's amazing. So you have a long history with the Department of Social Services. You've seen a lot of change over the years, but I'm sure not a change like we've seen in this last year.
No.
No.
By far, this is very different, and it has been an experience.
For certain. Well, by far, the biggest change, what has that been?
Wow. For one, just adjusting to staff working from home.
Mm-hmm.
I just started this job as a supervisor a year ago, March 2020. So that was at the very beginning of the pandemic, and we had to move. Because of the pandemic, we moved premature. We were supposed to move in June anyway, but we had to move in March. Yes,
okay.
Yes. We were located on 1201 South Briggs.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're located on 414 East Main Street. But we had an abrupt move.
Okay.
So, that was a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Moving, packing, and still doing business as usual.
Yeah, definitely. That had to be tough. I mean, any move from your home or in the office, that's tough. And then to still have to serve your clients,
Yes.
I'm sure that was pretty tough. So, in addition to that move, how were your job responsibilities impacted by the pandemic?
Well, like I said, we had to move.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we moved over here, we had temporary offices. Even I had a temporary office. I didn't have the office that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to carry my things home every day and bring them back because I didn't have my own space. And then once everyone got their offices, they gave me and my staff laptops and phones, and we sent them home. So the challenge was, how will I supervise in this new job with majority of my staff working from home?
Yeah.
So that was the challenge.
So you were learning a new position and then learning to manage people at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a new location.
And a new location. So let's go back a little bit. Why did you have to move from Briggs Avenue?
Well, the purpose of us moving was to keep us safe.
Okay.
It wasn't a Durham County operated building, so
Okay.
like now they check our temperatures. We have to answer questions before we come in through the employee interest. That wasn't going on in the other building, so the purpose for bringing us over here was to keep us safe.
So to better manage the, the steps and procedures you all have in place related to coronavirus safety procedures.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So when you began to manage people at home, you don't really have anything to compare to what it was like before. So what has it been like managing more than the job is managing the people and what they're experiencing? What have your employees been experiencing?
Well, the main thing was for me to adjust to the new processes, and once I adjusted, to implement the process to my staff. And just kind of managing them. We use Microsoft Teams to keep us connected. We have regular meetings twice a week. Some are lengthy, some are very short. We call them check-ins. It's just how we stay connected with the staff and how they stay connected with each other.
Got it. So social workers already have a history of stepping in and going above and beyond, and there's often a lot of burnout associated with the career of social work just by the nature of the type of work that you do. I mean, you really work hard to serve people. Have you seen an increase in the struggle with burnout or those feelings of challenge coupled with the coronavirus pandemic for your employees?
Well, honestly, I think that our staff had adjusted very well. They're very resilient. Just being able to learn the new processes for working from home. We've had to change up how we do things. Where normally we would see clients face to face when we interview. Now we had to be creative. Okay, we can't do face to face anymore. We're getting ready to do a waitlist pool. We do a waitlist pool so that we can serve our clients. A lot of our clients are essential workers, and the need for childcare has not changed. Yeah. Most of them, the schools closed, and a lot of our families panic. What are we going to do with our kids? So we had to make a lot of adjustments for our clients so they can continue to work. We did a virtual waitlist pool. So typically our waitlist pool, we have clients to come in and we'll interview them face to face or in a group. Well, now we can't do that, so we had to get creative. We have phones. We're working from home. We have workers. Some of my social workers are interviewing clients over the phone, FaceTime. We just had to get creative in how we continue to do our work because the need was still there.
Yeah. So what is a waitlist pool? Tell me about that.
So what happens is with the Child Care Subsidy Program, every family has to complete a waitlist application first. Okay. And then when funds are available, we remove their names from the waitlist, and at that time we allow them to apply for services. So we're in the process right now of removing families from the waitlist. So we started doing this about December. Like doing the virtual waitlist pool. Now we see clients all the time because we do have priority cases that would automatically apply, such as child protective services, foster care, families in crisis, like families that are in shelters. We've continuously served those families regardless of the waitlist. But now we're doing a waitlist pool, and we had to get creative on how we're going to process these families, how we're going to interview these families and serve them at the same capacity that we did prior to the pandemic. And we did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Well, I applaud you for the work that you all have done and you continue to do to meet your own standards and to exceed those. It's definitely, I know, respected by me and appreciated, I'm sure, by those who are receiving your services. So let me ask you a little bit more about the job changes and the people impacted. So your clients, you talked a lot about them being essential workers and how you all had to go above and beyond to make sure that they got what they needed. So what are you hearing from your clients and what their needs are?
Majority of our clients, most of their needs are, they're concerned about their children being safe. The schools closed down when everything happened, they were in panic. We gave them the option to keep their children home if they wanted to without them losing their services. So a lot of those families, they were very happy that we were able to do that for them. Most of them don't want to lose their services, but they were concerned about the safety of their children.
Yeah, that's definitely important. The safety first. I mean, that's been that's been the ongoing theme, safety first. And I know that you all have practiced a lot of empathy, and that's, I'm sure, appreciated by your clients. What do you want residents to know about the work that you all do in serving your clients?
Well, I like for Durham County residents to know that our focus have not changed. We are still here. We're still open. We've never closed. We're here to serve them, to assist them with the cost of quality child care.
That's right. That's good to know. Because a lot of people, I don't know if they realize when they thought about essential workers, they may not have thought about social workers first. And the Department of Social Services is one of the departments that never stopped.
Never stopped.
Yeah, it kept going. I mean, when the rest of our departments for the county were closing, or we all had to modify services, as you described earlier, but definitely you all kept going. And again, that's to be respected and applauded. So tell me, what is your biggest takeaway from this experience?
Wow, my biggest takeaway is, really appreciate the small things, like a hug. Me being able to hug my mother who lives 2.5 hours away, and I haven't been able to go home to visit. So, appreciate family, spending time with family, the value of life, taking care of yourself, self-care. All of that is important. And that's what I take away from this. Take care of myself, appreciate my family, and, another thing too, my coworkers. Just appreciate them being next door to us, because right now most of them are at home and we see each other through Microsoft Teams video chat. I appreciate the times that I was able to talk to my coworkers and say good morning to them face to face and see how they're doing. Those are some of the things that sometimes we can take for granted, but I appreciate that even more now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you, again, the work that you do here at Social Services, the work that each social worker does to serve the public, going above and beyond, like we talked about here, and keeping, making safety the priority and continue to meet your deliverables. Tell me, if a person is seeking child care support or the child care subsidy support that in the area that you work, where could they find more information?
Yes, they can either come down to 414 East Main Street. We keep waitlist applications in the lobby for our clients. They can call us at 919-560-8300, or they can email us at dsschildcarewaitlist@dconc.gov.
Right. Well, Janice, it sounds like you know exactly what to tell the people that need to reach you, what they need to know, and we appreciate that. And I'm sure there have been, well, let me ask you this in closing. Has there been an increase in the number of people that you've served through?
Oh, there's always a need for childcare. Yeah. Always. Especially now that schools have opened back up. So the need is growing, and we're there to serve them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they have the information now that you shared with them just a few moments ago, and I thank you for that. And this is our second COVID story, and it's been a pleasure to talk to you and you share the information that you have. And I really hope that you continue to do well throughout this process. And again, you're deeply appreciated.